just want an exciting boat. I want it to be exciting, fun to drive, but just it's sturdy at the same time. Have that plate boat feel, but an aggressive look as well. Like it's got that muscle car, brute, broad, aggressive look, which I think I've hit on the head as well. My name's Jade and I'm the owner of Hewitt's Marine and Hewitt's Plate Boats. We're at Marlow, at the end of the Snowy River where the Snowy meets the sea. It's my home turf. Just the space, the water, boating, hunting, everything. What's not to like? Starts from a beginning of the business really. I've been mechanicking for 19 years. I actually had it up the other day. Yeah, done my apprenticeship and then decided to go out on my own. And I started mobile in a ute, sort of serving East Gippsland. Went from a ute to a small 8x12 workshop and then moved from there to where I'm now in Johnsonville. Always loved my aluminium boats because I grew up in them. I thought I want to learn and understand that side of it and get into it, and all of a sudden I'm creating my own product, so yeah. Well, I look at it as boats are a compromise, so I thought a good way to start would be trying to control what compromises I wanted in a boat. So for me, I pictured a boat that was roomy, high sides, all those attributes that most people like. High decks. I wanted to feel surrounded, drive it but feel safe. The compromises I think we've hit on the head. It doesn't back into the ocean real well, and it doesn't turn on a dime or a turn buoy like with circuit racing. You're not going to drive like that anyway. So the boat's the Archer 550, and it comes in a series of 3. It's a cuddy, side console or centre console. And I've named the Archer, I've got the name from my uncle Steve, who passed away from cancer. He was there at the start of it, and he wanted to try to have his bits of input, which was a bit hard to do because he wanted hidey holes for crayfish and abalone. So I can't carry on some of the things he wants, but I can carry on his name. And he's missing out on this today, but yeah, so it's the Archer series, Archer 550. Yeah. He'd be proud. Yeah. So 5.5 metre, it's length of hull. So from transom to bow, it's 5.5 metres exactly. Overall length with a Suzuki 140 and just your bowsprit and anchor, it's about 6.2. 5mm dead rise, longitudinals, bulkheads, transom is all 5mm. Top sides 5mm, and basically everything else is 4. Sole, all the deck, cabin. Our way of construction is a bit more tedious than most. I believe the correct term is egg crate construction. We have a build table, and basically our longitudinals and bulkheads, or stringers and bulkheads, they slot in like most kit plate boats, but ours are upside down. And from there, obviously everything gets squared up, centered, string lined, lasered. It gets locked together, and then the dead risers are then sat on top, and we have a way that we top sides, chimes, and then there's a process that we do which pulls the dead rise down, over, and pulls it tight. So basically the idea is, what it does is it pulls the sheets really tight. There is no flat sheets, there's no loose sheets, everything is dead tight. So our dead rise at the entry is at 45 degrees, and at the transom is 18.5. And yeah, they're not big numbers, but it rides like it's larger numbers, and I think it just shows the technology in the dead rise. We've managed to fit in a very large flooding keel, 225 litres. It's actually very noticeable. Really pulls down on the reverse chimes at rest. When you really got that short, punchy sort of weather, you can fill it up, lock it in, and just plough through it if you're going to have a lazy drive. Oh, yeah, so anchored up or drifting, it's definitely positive. It's nearly a must. So far, it's all wow factor. You do need that metre and a half chop to really understand what the boat can do. We have had any more, but to just get the feel of the boat, it is a wow factor boat. You do tense up for a landing that ends up not being anything to what you're expecting. Yeah, very quiet. For an aluminium boat, you would not believe it. And lands smooth, hits smooth, lands smooth. And balance. Centre of grav is one of the big things that we really focus on. Hydrostatics and centre of gravity is a big thing. Well, I've been a Suzuki dealer for 6 or 7 years. We never fix them, we only service them. And I think that they're just quiet, they're good on fuel, and there's just not much maintenance, if any. Practicality of things, I do love Suzukis. They push the boats well, they push all boats well. Better blade options as well. I can cruise roughly between 42 and 45 kilometres an hour and use 0.4 of a litre per kilometre. It has been a family affair. Yeah, Dad's had his input with his commercial work. You know, handrails aren't in the right spot, needs to be here. I don't like this here. That hatch's not going to last. Make them custom.
So today it's pretty special because we're celebrating not only that we come together as a family, but it's a launch of Jade. You know, it's a long time coming for a design that he's been working on for years with his boat designs, and we can incorporate some of our tradition in that. That's special for not just us, it's special for Australia to see that our culture lives strong and we live through that to keep it strong. And it's important that we do a bit of a small ceremony for these boats and for Jade to connect him back, grant him a little bit to say that, you know, you can have a deadly boat, but you're not deadly. You're still only a blackfella that lives in the bush, and we appreciate what you're doing, but your family is your strength and you never part ways with that.
So I'm just fortunate. I think it's a proud thing on both my heritages, you know, proud to be Australian and proud to have heritage that just connects from all sides, you know. This boat, I believe it's suited for spearos, divers, fishers. It's going to tick the boxes. Someone that's looking for something exciting, looks angry, aggressive, rides great, and it's comparable, if not better, than a lot of the fiberglass boats. It's a little monster, really. Showed what it's all about and what it can do. Out the bar, back in, jumping some waves, and we went up to Conran for a dive, got a feed of abs, and then come back in, cooked them up, had a feed. The only way that we've always known is basically, chuck them, slice them, bash them, and straight on a hot fry pan. A minute, flick it, done, straight on the plate. Most of my life we've camped down at Coringal, all the slips, Coringal slips, all the family members, Nan, Pop, my aunties and uncles. Dad used to take me perch fishing up the river in our little, I think it was 3.9, I think it was a Stacer punt. It had more leaks in it than what the bung could get out, to be honest, but it was a riveted one. And yeah, basically, yeah, we would be perch fishing, brim fishing. There was more perch than anything, and it did get a bit boring as a kid. You'd fall asleep up the front. And then, yeah, out offshore, snorkeling. I've been snorkeling since I can remember, since I could walk. Never had the best brand name gear, but we don't need it. We're good at what we do. We're doing it all our lives, and we know the spots too. And a lot of spots Dad got shown by his uncles and so on. Just you're getting shown something, but it's also a story to it. And I think that's the biggest kick out of it. And to be able to share it with everyone too, I think it's even better. We're all here, let's enjoy it and let's share it and love it, yeah.